Have a great day, everyone. Welcome again to Fun with Maths. In this video, we are going to solve this problem. Square root of m plus square root of n is equal to square root of 603. Let's find m and n. So here's the solution. First, let's bring down the given equation. That is square root of m plus square root of n is equal to square root of 603. Now, for the square root of 603, we can split this into square root of 9 times 67. So square root of m plus square root of n equals square root of 9 times 67. Now this is square root of m plus square root of n equals square root of 9. We have the value, and that is 3. Then square root of 67. Now next is, we need to remove this square root of 67 here by dividing both sides with square root of 67. So now this is cancelled. Square root of 67 over square root of 67. So we have square root of m over square root of 67 plus square root of n over square root of 67 equals 3. Now next is, we can write it as square root of m over 67 plus square root of n over 67 equals 3. Now next is, let m over 67 be equal to x squared and n over 67 be equal to y squared. So to write, this is now square root of x squared plus square root of y squared equals 3. Now for this, we can cancel the square and the radicand. So we're left with x plus y equals 3. Now we have an equation, x plus y is equal to 3. And based on this, we can identify the value of x and y. So x and y, start here. For x, if x is 0, y is equal to 3. So 0 plus 3, that is 3. So correct. Now if x is 1, y is equal to 2. 1 plus 2, that is 3. Check. If x is 2, y is 1. 2 plus 1, that is 3. Next, if x is 3, y is 0. Now, let's recall that we let m over 67 be equal to x squared. Now, for this, we can cross multiply, and that is m is equal to x squared times 67, that is 67x squared. And the other one is, we let n over 67 be equal to y squared. So same, we can cross multiply. So this is now n is equal to y squared times 67, that is 67y squared. So we can use this to find the value of m, and we can use this to find the value of n. Now let's continue. Look at this. This side by the values of x, and this side are the values of y. Now let's back rid 0 and 3. So this is m is equal to 67 times 0 squared, and that is m is equal to 67 times 0 squared is 0. Now m is equal to 67 times 0, that is 0. Now for n is equal to 67 times 3 squared, and n is equal to 67 times 3 squared, that is 9. Now, n is equal to 67 times 9, that is equal to 603. So therefore, we have the value of m, which is equal to 0, and n is equal to 603. So for this, so we have m and n is equal to 0 and 603. So we are done with this. Now next is 1 and 2. So m is equal to 67 times 1 squared. And then m is equal to 67 times 1 squared, that is 1. Then m is equal to 67 times 1, that is 67. Next, n is equal to 67 times 2 squared. And then n is equal to 67 times 2 squared, that is 4. And then m is equal to 67 times 4, that is equal to 268. So we have the values of m and n, 67 and 268. So we are done with this. Next is for 2 and 1. So this is m is equal to 67 times 2 squared. Then m is equal to 67 times 2 squared, that is 4. M is equal to 67 times 4, that is 268. Now for n is equal to 67 times y squared, that is 1 squared. And then n is equal to 67 times 1 squared, that is 1. Then n is equal to 67 times 1, that is 67. Now we have the values for m and n. That is 268 and 67. So we are done with this. Another is 3 and 0. So m is equal to 67 times 3 squared. Then m is equal to 67 times 3 squared, that is 9. Now m is equal to 67 times 9, that is equal to 603. Next, n is equal to 67 times 0 squared, and then n is equal to 67 times 0 squared is 0. Then n is equal to 67 times 0, that is 0. Now we have the values for m and n, that is 603 and 0. So this is done. So therefore, the values of m and n are the following: 0 and 600ly, 67 and 268, 268 and 67, 600ly, and 0. And that's all for today. For more exciting videos, don't forget to like and subscribe to Fun with Maths.